Hello and welcome back to another Gaming with Killatia, where we are reviewing Attack on Titan for the Xbox One being played here, the PS4 and the PC. I also believe it's also available on the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita in the Japanese market. And yes, I know this game came out about 6 months ago, but I got this as a Christmas gift, more or less, from a good friend of mine, so yeah, enjoy this 6 month late review. This game was developed by Koei Tecmo's own Omega Force, who are most famous for their Dynasties Warriors games. And Attack on Titan certainly does have the taste of a Warriors game in it. So that also means it gets a little bit repetitive in the gameplay. But there's just something so exciting about flying all across the city and slashing the necks of giant naked dudes who have nothing better to do than to gobble you up alive. I mean, just look at this gameplay footage. It's very exciting to be able to do all of this. And the controls are pretty well done. It does not hinder you from being able to attack the Titans at all. Granted, I do find myself getting stuck in a couple of buildings, but that's more of a me problem than a game problem. The game's main story follows the anime's storyline quite well up to the end of the first season. And with that, you also get to play as multiple different characters here, besides Eren Yeager, like Misa, Ackerman right here, Armin, Levi of the scouting regime. And in the game's other modes, like scoutings and expeditions, you get to play as many other different characters, including Sasha the Potato Girls. And in case you are wondering, yes, you do even get to play as Oren's Titan form, which also becomes an unlock ability for Oren once you complete the main story mode. The graphics in Attack on Titans are pretty well done. The character models are pretty faithful to their anime counterparts. The Titans are scaled tall enough to where they can play with real menace, unless you're playing as Orange Titan form, that is. And the buildings are well. Now, obviously, there is some problems. The draw distance could be improved a bit, as things are popping out every 3 inches isn't exactly what I would call stable. I mean, it is kind of nitpicky, but it just something that seems so strange when you're just going across the field and all of a sudden all of these grass and trees just come out of nowhere. Like, seriously, I wish they could have improved the draw distance just a bit better. Other than that, the game does run at a decent 30 frames per second, and only really slowed down when there's like one too many Titans on the screen while buildings are falling apart. I am sure you can play 60 frames per second on the PC if you have a good enough rig for it, but for the consoles, you're pretty much stuck at 30 frames per second, at least on the Xbox One and PS4. I do wonder how this game does play on the PlayStation 3 and Vita, considering they are much weaker hardware. The music and sound effects are pretty well done as well. I'm not sure they've been taken all from the anime series, but the game music does feel like they could very well fit into the anime series. If you are a fan of Funimation's English dub of Attack on Titan, then you're probably disappointed at the fact that this game only has Japanese voice acting in here with English subtitles. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, the Japanese voice acting is superior to the English one. And I will agree with you as far as Japanese animation is concerned, but it would have been nice to have an option for English voice acting. On top of that, there seems to be more and more anime video games that severely lack English voice acting. Even some of the Dragon Ball games is lacking English voice acting. It's kind of a shame that this is happening. And I would love to have this option instead of being stuck with one form of voice acting. Anyway, my nitpicking rant besides, the voice acting is pretty solid. Overall, Attack on Titan is a very solid video game adaptation of the hit anime and manga series. The graphics are fantastic, the controls plays well, and the gameplay is pretty solid to the point where I think future Spider-Man games should take some notes from this game. Now granted, how much enjoyment you are going to get from this game, it really depends on how big of a fan you are of the Attack on Titan series. But even if you're not a big fan, I'm pretty positive you're going to find some enjoyment from this game, and it still is a pretty solid package no matter what. My final rating for this game is a solid B. But if you're not a fan of Attack on Titans, you'll probably knock it down to a C, but since I am a fan of this series, it gets a B. So the Killatia signing off, hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching my review on Attack on Titans. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and even subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also have a good gaming day. Man, I really gotta work on my outros.